That shit is still going on, dude.
But
you know what's crazy about the coronavirus is like they're trying to contain it and they have all these they're stopping everybody from flying in and shit. But like we get
the travel bans and
we
all
get
that.
all of our shit from China.
Yep. They're putting.
And I'm just at Amazon. I work at Amazon, and I'm stowing this shit away, and I'm just like coronavirus.
Dude, you get a virus. You get a virus.
Everybody gets a virus. Holy shit!
I only drink Modelo.
Holy shit!
But yeah,
dude.
a while ago, one of the people on my friends list posted something saying that how the government issued a file for, I guess, basically like inventing coronavirus in 2013. Like I know this, I'm like misleading or whatever, but like trying to summarize and remember it, it was like yeah, they kind of dug in on that like years ago. And
the
like,
Simpsons called that shit. They called the Ebola thing. Remember?
Yeah.
Curious George and the Ebola, or whatever. They're reading the book. They call a lot of shit, dude. Let's see if they call this Trump thing right. See if he's gonna die. Yeah, that'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen though. I think with as much
too big.
With as much attention as Trump has, nobody's
if it did.
Nobody's gonna take him out.
If it did though, like, I mean, shit, that would be some scary shit, dude. You know who else knows a lot of shit about like before it happens is, I think is weird is Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
Like Opera Man. He sung about 9/11, and that was in the fucking 90s.
And what?
When he was on Saturday Night Live, he had this he had that dude Opera Man.
Yeah.
And then he sung about towers falling and recounting the George Bush votes. And then he was like, "This will all make sense in good time." Like in his little voice.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck, dude? And then he came out on like Conan with the shirt that said BP oil spill in 5 years. And 5 years later, BP oil spilled. I was like, what the fuck, dude? So like,
I've always had like my own conspiracy of like, once you get to a certain level of fame or success, then you have access to information that I guess you would say like civilians or regular middle class people,
like Bill Cosby know. When Bill Cosby got caught, everybody in the industry, the television industry or whatever, they were like, we just heard stories about it, like behind stage, like, yeah, Bill Cosby drugs and rapes people. Like, how do you not get that out there?
Yeah, like, cause they choose what to market and what to like. They choose what narrative to run with. Yeah, and a lot of it is, in my opinion, it's like, basically now the entertainment is who's the easiest to control, like, and it even. I feel like it stems back to the Jim Carrey thing, because like in the beginning, like in like Liar Liar and all that, he was really nice, he was really friendly and all that, and like later on, like in the years, he got more like aggressive, weird, like, yeah, like, because it was, I felt like he was taking, like, dark, he was taking advantage of, and that's what they do, like, because. And I think that's why, like, he stepped back for a long time. I hate to say it, that's why Kevin Hart's so famous, because he is cooperative and he is that positive, like, I'll put this smile on and I'll do what I like, because he genuinely cares about people, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're just a puppet. You think he's like blinded by his work ethic? Because like he's got this crazy ass work, and he's like, so. He's like, work, and it doesn't mean nothing about the money, and I believe that he thinks that and everything, and then like, because he's got the run for heart or whatever. Yeah. But like, I think the marathon. All that stuff is just like right here. It's like he's so close to it that he can't even see what's going on the other side of it. And yeah, it's scary. Yeah, dude. That's subliminal messaging. Like, they're just getting better at it. Fucking, you want to get into conspiracies? You want to know how I think they built the pyramids? Is like, they say they drug the blocks from like across some river from like hella kilometers away or something. But I think they made the blocks like that. Like, you know how you can fire a brick? Yeah.
and make a brick. I think that's how they did it. And they just made the giant stones like that. They just fired them into place. They like made giant mud stuff and like with
and then like molded it.
Yeah, with like put blocks on the outside of it or something like that, and then like they probably got the clay from somewhere else and like some special mud.
I think the mud was there. I think what they did, well, water and sand harden, right? Like when you put them together, at some point, at some point it has to like.
For concrete, they use a lime or a lye or limestone. One of them. I think lye is the thing that like disintegrates things.
Really?
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, lye and then limestone is like really fine, and then you add it with something else.
I always wondered like, one of my things is like, okay, we have access to all this information now, and where it's basically like people are saying like, okay, you have access to all this information and you can know what you want to know, basically.
Yeah.
But the people that are giving us that information also are nitpicking what they give us and how they give it to us. So like,
just like how
in the movies, it's depicted like the slaves and everything built the pyramids, but it's like, dude, do you realize how big those are? Do you realize the mass?
Somebody said, I forget what the fuck I was watching, and they were like, the pyramids are the greatest thing I ever seen in my life, and they made a hella good point. They were like, they're famous for what? Their fucking hieroglyphics, right? And they tell the story of everything except for how they built the fucking pyramids, dude. It was like, how the fuck? Why did they leave that out? Did they just?
You think
they just find that shit?
Do you think there was like a, how would I say it, like a royal city or whatever in Egypt?
A royal city?
Yeah, kind of like in Atlantis, kind of. Yeah. Because like from the pharaohs and all that,
superior,
like, dude, like, cause
like Dubai today.
Yeah, like, well, Dubai took 30 years to make.
Yeah,
that's not a lot. Like, if you think about it, 30 years, like, you've been alive 30 years. So, like, when you were born, like, somebody, like, Akon made a fucking city. Like, it's not easy, but when you have the connections, it's not hard. So, like, I mean, you just gotta get rich. You just gotta be rich. That's what it boils down to.
That's how I think they built the pyramids, man. You just fucking clayed them and then fucking fired them in place, dude.
But I always wonder, like, they didn't fucking build them like that, like in the movies, because it always made me mad. It's like, dude, like,
it's always the same way. In every movie, they built scaffolding and then they took these giant bricks and then, but it's like, no, they didn't.
But
like,
even the fucking little the scaffolding and all that, it's like, okay, like, where did you get the rope?
Yeah,
where did you get those wood pieces or beams, or where did you get any of that? Egypt is mainly sand, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like,
they can go get big beams, but
it's the Middle East, but like around there and like just certain things to where it's like, I just think to myself, like, dude, this has to be a lie, because it doesn't add up. Like,
because each stone weighs a crazy amount, like 7 tons or something like that.
That's a fucking lie.
You can't move that. I mean, unless you have the alien powers, or
did you see? Well, I mean, I think you could move it. It would just be extremely difficult to move it.
Yeah, I thought about that too, because like you see people like pulling
dude,
you see people pulling a big rig.
I just sent you a fucking video the other day that I don't think I sent it to you. This dude, this big ass bodybuilder.
Pull that shit up, Jamie. Pull that video.
He basically fucking the guy needs to change his tire and he don't have a jack.
Oh yeah.
So and he fucking lifts it up. And he fucking changed his tire hella quick. I was like, God damn, dude! Like,
yeah, just leverage. How do you leverage a cube?
You really could. At that point, did they?
You get that guy.
What animals did they have then?
Dude, they had everything. They have fucking elephants and fucking camels.
So maybe, dude, maybe they like went like Aladdin and used the elephants.
Yeah,
and
maybe
shit.
they used elephants. Why didn't nobody think of that? We just did it, dude. We fucking cracked the code. Holy shit,
The elephant code. But that would be one of the smartest things to where like you're over here wrapping around rope on horses and shit. Put it on an elephant.
Yeah, dude, elephants. Fuck, why did I think of that? Or a genie.
Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I think Brendan Fraser built the pyramids.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Brendan Fraser a lot, dude. That fool had a cool moment. What the fuck movie was I thinking about that he was in? And I was like, because somebody was bagging on him, and I was like, man, I was like, Brendan Fraser was the shit, bro.
What do you think is under the pyramids?
They know, right? I thought before I found out it was
some of them.
Oh yeah, before I found out it was all columns and shit.
Yeah.
Or different levels of the king's tombs or whatever. I thought it was a weapon for the earth or something.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Dude, there's scientific facts about the pyramids where it'll blow your fucking mind. It's 360ths of a degree to being perfectly centered on the fucking earth. And then, dude, some crazy amount, like the length of each cube, they're this big.
Sugar cubes?
They're dude, there's something, if you multiply them by itself or some weird shit like that, then it adds up to each cube, then it adds up to the fucking circumference of the fucking earth or some shit like that, dude. It's fucking weird.
Really?
Yeah, let me YouTube this shit so you can hear the facts. Dude, when I heard all this, I was like, what? How did they figure out how to pinpoint this like perfectly on? It's a fucking a mathematical anomaly. And so like
those are insane.
But they also didn't have Instagram and Facebook. They just sat there all day and ate bugs, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, it was fucking... I couldn't imagine the first dude that took 2 sticks and made fire. Like, he was probably looked at like a real dumbass. Like, hey, look at Jeff fucking playing with sticks. Like,
holy shit.
And then he comes back with a fucking, like a torch.
He comes back on fire. You think you beat a man on fire? Jeff was the first man on fire. That shit's fucking
great. But I was gonna ask you, did you hear? Did you see that video of that UFO that they caught? The satellite in space caught?
No. Yeah,
it was hovering around the satellite that the United States have in space. You can fucking YouTube it, dude. And it's on YouTube. It looks like dude, it looks like the fucking little capsule they sent Superman in Batman vs Superman. It's happening. It's fucking weird, dude. Like, and they're like, what is it? But like, dude, I can't wait for fucking aliens to come. I'm gonna be so excited.
Let me see.
You know what's funny is like I feel like there's like some people like with the aliens could just be like, bruh. Like we would like I just see them like coming down like on someone's house and them not even being shocked that it's aliens, but them like smashing the house.
Yeah, at like, this point, like, cause so much shit has happened on Earth.
It's like,
you think the aliens are thinking like they're gonna surprise us, and they're like, dude, what the fuck, dude? We have a driveway, and they're like, oh shit, we thought you'd be scared.
Maybe we just give off that like, these guys are fucking idiots.
That Stockton
like,
vibe.
Shout out to Stockton, man.
Oh, there's that meme. Remember where it was like aliens lock their spaceships when they fly by Earth? I would too. Fuck
yeah.
My shit's locked right now.
We take everything here. Oil, girlfriends, wives, anything, cars, lighters. Earth is bad. We take movie ideas.
Let me see what the fuck is that.
But yeah, that video was pretty crazy, dude. I was watching it, and it was like, it doesn't seem like it can be photoshopped very easily, but it seems pretty real. That's why it's. But like, also in my mind, I always like. It might be because like I've been on conspiracies lately, but like this space is too big for just us.
Oh, right here, shocking precision.
So the name is Dr. Alan J. Hynek. Weren't you with a thing called Project Blue Book?
This
Well, I thought they.
Giza Plateau, Egypt. The Great Pyramid is arguably the most enigmatic structure on the face
I want to
of the
go see
Earth.
that.
Me too.
It
It's
is the
fucking
only
huge.
surviving wonder of the ancient world, and has inspired endless speculation as to how it was built and what purpose it served.
Ever since the first study
It's the
of the Great
Decepticons.
Pyramid in Egypt have been made, researchers have been
Autobots
amazed
roll
with the
out.
mathematical knowledge that is encoded into the Great Pyramid, the measurements that are used in it, even the placement of the Great Pyramid.
Who measured
has
this, though?
aroused great interest among
Like, who measured the
Egyptologists.
pyramid?
Scientists,
the Great
dude.
Pyramid
Really?
is aligned to within 3/60ths of a degree of north, a more accurate alignment than any other structure on Earth.
When you look at the Great Pyramid's alignment, it's aligned very, very close to true north. Even more interesting is to think about tracking back in time, because the Earth's axis has been shifting slowly. It's what we call precesses. And so if there's been a shift in that alignment, it could be that it was even more accurately aligned to north in the past when they built it.
True north.
The Great Pyramid is not
That shit's
only
crazy.
perfectly aligned to the cardinal points, its placement on the Earth is seemingly intentional as well.
If you pass a great circle from the Great Pyramid through its cardinal and its ordinal directions, what you find is that these circles will pass through more landmass of the Earth than any other location on the Earth. You find that the Great Pyramid is essentially
basketball.
located in the centre of the world's landmass.
The Great Pyramid was built with a level of technological sophistication far in excess of anything that we have today. They don't use the inch as we normally have it in the English system, it's the cubit. And what's interesting about this cubit is that it is exactly 1/25 millionth of the polar diameter of the Earth, meaning the distance from the North Pole to the South Pole of the Earth. Chop it up into 25 million pieces, there's your cubit. It's perfect.
Damn.
So if you actually take the length of the Great Pyramid at its mean socket level, which is the corners of the actual building, it translates into 365.24 pyramid cubits, which just happens to be the Earth
How many
right down
days?
to a quarter day.
The measurements of the
Fuck.
length and width of the perimeter of the Great Pyramid correspond to an exact fraction of both the latitude and longitude measurements at the equator.
What?
Scaled up, this means the Great Pyramid directly corresponds to the circumference of the equator, as well as the measurement from the equator to the pole, making it a scale model of the Northern Hemisphere.
If you take the location of the
This
Great
fucking
Pyramid
guy.
as a coordinate, this number sequence of this coordinate matches exactly the speed of light traveling through space, measured in meters per second. This is amazing stuff.
That's
When you
fucking
consider
crazy.
the vast amount of information about the Earth that's encoded into the Great Pyramid.
I thought that
you
was that
can't just
fucking
dismiss all of this as
aliens.
pure
No, I
coincidence.
thought that was the fucking mayhem from the insurance commercials. So the length and width of that is equivalent to the wait, what was it?
The length and width. So
Of the
like,
pyramid
it's pretty much just a replica of the fucking.
of the northern
Yeah,
hemisphere.
it's the length of the Earth, and,
And
then
then-
the height, the perfect height, like from north to
so
the equator.
all points are
Yeah.
equal. Like
Yeah.
it would.
And it sits at that fucking 90 degrees on the equator and we're like on the equator and the perfect fucking north or whatever on the Earth. And its placement, it's what is it called? Where you give them the location, but it's a bunch of numbers. I can't think of it, but that number is exactly the speed of light in I think,
in space.
yeah, the way they use it in meters.
Yeah, that's not coincidence.
Fucking aliens.
It has to.
I don't
But,
know. Fucking people
I
were
mean,
smart as fuck back then, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Way
Like, I
smarter
feel like,
than us.
why does nobody talk about, like,
Let's talk about it.
yeah, let's fucking talk about it, man. Like, no, I feel like there was, like, geniuses were different back then.
Yeah, definitely.
It was.
I mean, we still can't even crack their codes now, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
know
there's something that
they hide
ruined.
they hide messages in their fucking paintings. We hide messages in a fucking bottle.
But why hide stuff? Like, if we're meant
I bet
to keep evolving and learning, why would they hide stuff back in the day for us not to find out?
I think they thought we were gonna keep evolving, and I think people were more like witty then. I don't think they were hiding it. I think it was like like how the Zodiac and people put stuff in the newspaper. It was I forget what you call it, but you cracked the code.
Yeah, like
It was like
not Morse code, but
is an encryption.
Yeah,
I think it was like that, and people like could look at a painting and be like, "Oh, that's what this means. Like it's this, and this, and that thing in the sky, and he did this brush."
yeah.
And then, but people didn't get smarter. We got dumber, in a way.
I feel like we did.
Yeah.
I feel like we soaked in information, but we don't apply it in the right sense.
Yeah,
of what we're doing, because it's like, okay,
we're
like,
using knowledge for all the wrong shit, dude.
yeah, like
We're using knowledge for this shit.
We take shit, but we're not replacing it really. Like, we find out, okay, we can go to space. Oh, let's go to the fucking moon. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, go to the sun, bro.
but it's like drilling to the earth. Like, fucking, you find shit, you take shit. Like, it's just like, damn, dude. Like, we really just fuck shit up, and then we're just like, well,
I guess we'll go to Mars and fuck shit up, dude.
yeah, like, it's like
Aliens
it's
just.
like,
Oh, fuck.